We have long viewed the encounter between David and Goliath as the definitive story of a weak shepherd boy miraculously defeating a massive powerhouse. But the historical reality of the Valley of Elah suggests a different dynamic. For 40 days, two armies sat paralyzed across these deep ravines, locked in a military standoff that neither side knew how to break. The Israelite army froze because they viewed the problem through the enemy's lens. They saw a giant who excelled at hand-to-hand combat and assumed they had to produce a larger, stronger soldier to meet him in the middle. David arrived from a hillside town like this one, far removed from that military echo chamber. He wasn't a soldier, he was a delivery boy bringing rations to his brothers. He saw the standoff not as a problem of strength, but as a failure of tactics. Militarily, David possessed a decisive advantage. He chose to engage a heavy close-art fighter with high-velocity, long-range ballistics. The cultural metaphor fails because it assumes both combatants were forced to play by the giant's rules of engagement. Ancient armies deployed cavalry, heavy infantry, and artillery. Goliath was heavy infantry. Encased in bronze armor, this human tank was limited to his own reach. David, however, was artillery. Ancient slingers were elite marksmen, striking from hundreds of feet away. By spinning a leather sling up to 7 times per second, a marksman generates a massive centrifugal force. A stone or lead projectile released at the peak of that rotation can reach speeds exceeding 100 feet per second. Upon impact, the stone hits with the kinetic energy required to crack a human skull through a bronze helmet. In an open field, heavy armor is a liability against mobile artillery. Without the ability to close the gap, the infantryman is defenseless against a projectile he cannot see or reach. David spent his youth in these rugged hillsides, where the isolation and steep terrain served as a constant training ground. His experience defending sheep against predators like lions and bears required high-stakes accuracy under extreme pressure. He had spent years refining the exact skills needed to neutralize a target before it could get close. This is why he rejected Saul's royal armor. He knew that adopting traditional infantry gear would trade his mobility for a defense he didn't intend to use. He selected 5 smooth stones for their aerodynamic properties. In the hands of a trained slinger, a smooth stone flies true, maintaining its velocity and path with ballistic precision. David never entered the giant's reach. He maintained his distance, used the open space of the valley to his advantage, and fired his artillery before Goliath could even raise a shield. Goliath was a sitting duck. The battle ended the moment David refused